Hello Snowflake engineers and welcome to the video. In this video, we will see the use of hybrid tables. What we will do is that we will create a hybrid table and we will check out all its features. Let's start off by checking the region. The reason that I am selecting the region is because hybrid tables today is not available in all regions. And since it is available in only a few regions, one being US West, you need to be aware of that. Also, hybrid tables are not available in trial Snowflake accounts. So if you want to practice hybrid tables, you will need to have a paid account, and you can convert a trial account into a paid account by adding a banking information or credit card. The next step I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a database called Unistore. Now I have chosen the word Unistore. This can be any word that you like or any database. It does not have to be Unistore. I'm going to create a schema called hybrid. It can be any schema name. It does not have to be hybrid. Just use whatever you want. The next step is for us to create a hybrid table. As you can see here, I'm using the keyword hybrid. Whenever you want to create a hybrid table, the keyword hybrid needs to be used so that Snowflake can understand that you are trying to create a hybrid table. Next, let us talk about the primary key. Hybrid tables must have a primary key. You cannot create a hybrid table without a primary key. So let me first try to get rid of this primary key here, and let me try and create this table and see what happens. As you can see, it gives me this error message which says a hybrid table must contain a primary key. So a primary key is a must in a hybrid table. Let me go ahead and run this. So the hybrid table has been successfully created, and this hybrid table also has a primary key. Next, we are going to insert a couple of rows into this hybrid table department. It has department ID 10, 20, 30, department name leadership, tactical engineering, and of course the location name, which is bridge weapons and engineering section. Let me go ahead and insert the rows. Now that the rows have been inserted, I'm going to select data from the departments table. As expected, I have 3 rows which I just inserted. Next, I'm going to create an employees table. Now the employees table is a little more complicated. Apart from having a primary key out here, I also have a unique key. Now what a unique key is that it prevents duplicates from being inserted into the employee name. And I also have a foreign key references in which the department ID in employee references the department ID in departments. So any employee who is inserted into the employee table must have that department ID in the departments table. And finally, I have an index which I've created on the join date. And as you must be aware, indexes help in quick retrieval of data. Now let me go ahead and create the hybrid table. Hybrid table employees has been successfully created. It's time for us to insert a bunch of rows into the employee table. I'm going to insert employee ID 1, 2, and 3, James, Spock, and Scott with department ID 10, 20, and 30, which are departments that are already present in the departments table. The rows have been inserted. Let me select data to take a look at it. As expected, the rows we inserted is visible in the employees table. I'm going to go through a series of insert statements to see how the hybrid table will react when I try to insert it. I'm going to insert employee ID 1 again. Now employee ID 1 already exists in the employees table, so let's see what happens. It gives me an error as expected. A primary key already exists. Now the error message is not very descriptive. Ideally, it should have said a row already exists or a primary key row already exists, but we will have to make do with what we have. In the next one, I'm going to be inserting employee ID 4. Is employee ID 4 currently present in the employees table? No, it is not present. So do you think this insert statement will work? The answer is no, and the reason is because the department ID 40 that we have in this employees table insert statement does not exist in the departments table, and hence it violates this foreign key references, and hence the insert failed. Next, I'm going to try and insert employee ID 4 with second officer Scott in it. What do you think is going to happen here? Do you think I will be able to insert rows into the table? And the answer is no. Why? Because second officer Scott is already present in the employees table and I have a unique constraint on the employee name. And since that constraint is getting violated, I cannot insert that row into the table. Let's come to the final insert statement. Do you think this insert statement will succeed? Yes, it did. And why did it succeed? Because the employee ID 4 did not exist in the employees table. Captain Christopher Pike was not present in the data already in the employees table, and department ID 30 already exists in the departments table, which I needed for the foreign key references constraint. So what we have seen in this lab exercise is that hybrid tables can be created and they require a primary key. They can be created with unique constraints. They can be created with foreign key constraints, and we can also create indexes on them to improve select performance. With that, we conclude this video. Thank you for watching.